Hello, and welcome to this brief run-through of the YOMA Digital Livelihoods Challenge. My name is Rael, and I'm just going to briefly guide you through the beginnings of the Digital Livelihoods Challenge and what you can expect. Once you sign in, you'll see the actual challenge landing page. You can scroll up and down. On the left-hand side here, you can see that there's an overview. This will give you a bit of insight into the challenge and how it works. Then if you'd like to see some of the ideas that are beginning to emerge, you can click on the prototypes, click on features, and you'll see what some of the top ideas that are emerging as voted for by peers within the program. And then one can also click on partners and see who's actually involved in supporting this program. And there's a great group of partners here from UNICEF, Atingi, GRZ, YOMA, Ureport, Generation Unlimited, Cartito, R Labs, and Goodwill. And then if you to participate in the challenge itself, you would just click on Start Challenge in the top right-hand corner. If you're on a mobile, it'll be a floating tab. And then you should see this page, congratulations. This means that you're signed into the challenge, and then you can begin. There's a next button at the bottom. Alternatively, you can just click on the left-hand side. If you look at the left, underneath the Digital Livelihoods image, you can see the journey that you're going to be going on through this program. And I've completed the first half of this, and that's what I'm going to be demoing for you now. And then you can participate and continue the challenge on your own. So just a bit of a taste as to what to expect. There's a few basic questions that you can click on when you start. It's a multiple choice. It's about who you are, about if you want to see how confident you are that you feel that you can actually launch an online career today. And then a little bit of a welcome video that gives you a bit of an insight into the challenge. What you'll notice is all the videos have this download transcript button, which if you click on it, you'll get a written version of the script of that video. So you don't have to watch the video. You can download the transcript if you prefer. Alternatively, you can watch the video, or in fact, both. And then this is the journey that you're going to be going on throughout the program. We're going to start by supporting you with identifying your passion. I think what's important to note within this program is you don't have to have a solution when you come into the program. You just have to have the idea that you'd actually like to explore digital to potentially monetize skills and passions that you have. The program itself will guide you through the process of actually thinking about what that could be and how you might launch that online. And so we start with helping you identify your passion, digging in a little bit deeper to find the purpose. What is the meaning behind that? Matching it to that purpose. Then we begin to explore the earning plan, how you might turn this purpose statement into an income. Then the launch plan, which helps you actually prototype your idea, actually make it real. And then we wrap up with a reflection and grow section. This is really looking at what have you learned in the program and what might you be able to do going forward as well. Now I'm going to take you all the way up to the beginning of launch plan now in this demo, and then you can continue on your own. So let's look at finding your passion. And you'll notice there's another video transcript you can watch or read. And as I mentioned, this is at the beginning of each stage. Then there's some basic questions. What is something you love to do that fills you with joy? I've written, for example, I love to paint, I love to talk about films, I love to make things. And you'll notice when you're actually completing the program that there's a little plus signal sign here, and you can actually add this, do as many as you want. And I think the more that you do, the more opportunities you'll think about as you continue in the program. Then we move on to skill finding. What are some things that you think you're good at? On the right-hand side is a skill box. We've listed a number of potential skills, but don't feel limited to this. You can come up with some that aren't here as well. And then progressing, we look at bringing these two together, your passions and your skills, and start to think about how these skills or how these passions help you as an individual. So for example, I love to paint. This helps me share my views with the world. I love to talk about films. This helps me connect with people who have similar interests, and so on. And again, you can complete as many of these as you'd like. Then based on what you complete, you can select one that you'd like to actually explore as your passion within this passion economy program. And at the end of the first stage, find your passion, you'll see that you have a passion canvas. This here will basically just summarize all your skills. You can take a screenshot of that, and right at the end of the program, you'll see something similar as well. So this is just a nice little snapshot of you. And then we progress to purpose finding. And again, a few introductory videos on, for example, how to find your purpose, how to find people who match your purpose or who share that passion, because these are essentially your customers. Then there's a few sort of just check-in questions to make sure that for understanding, to make sure that you're understanding some key concepts like specific group, like, for example, desired benefit, hurdles, and what have you. And after each of these stages here, you'll be able to complete as many post-its as you'd like, little sticky notes. What are some of the hurdles you think your passion can help people overcome? Really up here, just list as many as you think as you can, because from the quantity will come quality. All right. Then another introductory into purpose finding. And then once you've created that, we can start to think about who it helps, how it helps them, and what hurdles it removes. So again, combining these three steps here: who, your specific group, the benefits you add to them, and the hurdles that you might help them overcome. So for example, with mine, looking at how I like to talk about film, I think my passion can also help people who want to learn about a certain subject to identify movies or documentaries without sitting for hours, Googling. Or I think my passion can also help young people who want to learn about other places to see them in film without people being misrepresented, or what have you. And there's no right or wrong. You can do this completely without judgment. From these passion statements, you would then select one, dig into it, present it back to you, there it is. And then we start to think about how you might earn from this. And again, there's introductory to different digital platforms, how you might actually create earnings through those passions. And then this is where I'm going to pause after this section and leave it up to you from here. But essentially what we've provided you with here are 3 ways in which you can begin to monetize your passion online. So there's product marketplaces. So for example, if you're wanting to sell digital or physical products, and you can click on that and that'll tell you a little bit more about it, what it's good for, whether it's selling clothes, arts and crafts, or what have you. And then there's a number of examples of actual pages which do this that you can go and explore just to learn a bit more about. Then there's crowdfunding. Crowdfunding platforms are fantastic if you have an idea but you don't necessarily have the funds. How can you maybe source funding from the crowd, from people around the world to actually support the idea that you have? So some examples of what that's best used for, and then some example platforms that you can go click through and just see what sort of programs are listed there. And then there's the service marketplace, which is fantastic for example, teaching online courses, video streaming, if you're wanting to create a blog that people subscribe to, whatever it may be. And then a number of examples here, again, that you can go and explore. All right, so once you've had a look through these, we then begin with brainstorming. And again, an introductory, then we've got some examples, and then it's up to you. So start to think about, based on your passion statement, 3 ways that you can maybe match your passion to a specific group using either a product marketplace, service marketplace, or crowdfunding. And we're going to start with one and then move through it. So if you'll start, for example, first with product marketplace, then we'll look at the service marketplace and you'll generate ideas there, and then go through to the crowdfunding marketplaces and generate ideas. And from there, you'll select your ideas. You will then look at potentially prototyping them. So you might want to log out of the challenge and go and actually create something, and you can come back and upload that, and then actually wrap up the challenge itself. When you're in these prototyping stages, just a quick one, there's always some examples for you to reference. And there's some tips as well, just to remind you a little bit about what the platform is that you're brainstorming for. So I'm going to go back to the beginning of this challenge. And just finish up where we started. And just a reminder that at the end of the program, these are sort of how your idea will be presented. So you'll see that other people doing the challenge can also see your idea. So it's really good idea to put in that effort, really look at the effort, because the good ideas also get featured on this landing page. So if you're wanting your idea to get wider scope and more eyes on it, then really put in the effort to try and come up with a really good platform. All right, and I'm going to stop recording there, and good luck. Thank you.